Howdy folks, welcome to episode 15. Today we are going to move off this planet, and so yeah, I went and finished off the deposit up here, the iron deposit, and I was so excited that I completely forgot to put an auto miner on the deposit. So yeah, but you know, not a big deal. We've got a bunch of other auto miners on here, and I also went over and finished off all the rest of the blocks on the abandoned mine. So at the end of this video you can watch the time lapses of those. I won't bore you with those in the middle of the video. I'll bore you with a whole bunch of other stuff in the middle of the video instead. And so in order to prepare for moving, what I did was I docked this ship, obviously, and I also put a docking clamp on this one so that we can dock. And so yeah, I wanted to show you that, guys, that basically you don't have to put them on the bottom, so you can do that in order to dock. And I need to turn on my jetpack because I just loaded up. And so yeah, this is loaded, just totally loaded with stuff and all the steel plates that I grabbed and everything, and a bunch of iron ore, and it's just going to town making steel blocks. And so yeah, that one's doing that. And I replaced the warp tank on this thing so that, whoops, I replaced the warp tank on this with the new version so that it's now huge. And I also, let's see, wrong constructor, and I also refined all of our pentaxid here so that we can use that to, let's see, where is it? Where'd it go? There it is. We can fill up our warp dive tank, and now we can actually warp more than 3 feet at a time. And so yeah, I need to turn on the thrusters too. I guess that helps. We'll turn on the thrusters. There we go. And all right. So cool. So yeah, we're I think my Beverly Hillbillies contraption vehicle for moving gets worse every season. I have to say. But yeah, say bye temporarily, at least, to Akua. Yeah, we're out of here. And so anyway, yeah, last week I hit 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, that's pretty cool. And I'm not really that good at decoding social customs and everything, but my understanding is that you're supposed to do something stupid and or weird. So yeah, here I did this, and also this. And so yeah, you know, I'll leave it up to you to decide which one is stupid and which one is weird, or I don't know, maybe some of the above or whatever. But let's see, we need to get the Oscutune, and we'll go here. And so yeah, when I hit 2,000, I will attempt a 2.5, and the key word there being attempt, because yeah, I haven't attempted one for probably almost 25 years, so that would be interesting. So yeah, and maybe 2,500 subscribers would be a more appropriate number to make that attempt. Did I just turn the lights on and stuff instead of, yeah. Okay, so here's Istis and freighter. Hey, let's go check out the freighter with our awesome CV. And let's head our last target. And there we go. Cool. And let's get going. Alright, so here we are. And more freighters. Sorry, it's going to be funny for a while, I think. But yeah, I think I'm going to design a special ship for taking on the freighters. I'm going to design a special fighter CV. So that should be kind of fun. But first, I think we need to go here, and we're going to find a place to establish a home and probably take the ship out, and I'll fly around for a bit. So yeah, let me get to the planet here. And here we go. This looks about perfect. I wanted to come in on the day-night line. Come on. There we go. All right. And so, yeah, there's huge oceans. We'll see how deep these oceans are, if they're nice, expansive. We want a nice, expansive spot. And, you know, the funny thing about this the funny thing about this planet, there's nice holes in the ground and stuff. The funny thing about this planet is there's, like, so little land that basically it's easy to find all of the mineral deposits and POIs and stuff, because the land is so, you know, there's only like 2 square inches of place where it could be. So yeah, let's see, is this going to, no, it won't sink. So sorry. And my turret still works. We know the turret works. All right. So yeah, I'm going to wander around and look for a spot to set down a base. And so yeah, I will let you guys know when I find something that looks like a good spot. Alright guys, it looks like this is the biggest ocean we have here. And it looks so much bigger on the map, you know? Here it's like, you can see everything from here, which is kind of cool, actually. So, yeah, I suppose it wouldn't be as cool if you can't see land from where you're at, and it's just all ocean. But let's check out, let's see here. We'll check out and see what kind of stuff we have around here. So, let's see. And I need to, yeah, we'll do this. We'll put on our helmets since we're going to go underwater. Loot this guy. Whoops. It's doing that. Okay. Yeah, it always is the first thing you loot after you get out of the cockpit. Somebody pointed that out. When it does happen, it's the first thing that you loot. And then if you loot something later, it doesn't kick you out. But yeah, this ocean seems kind of shallow. And I'll bet it's shallow all the way through. Let's see. Let's try to find the center-ish spot on the map here. And I'm really hoping they can fix that visual bug with all those things. And then we can go take out that fortress at some point as an adventure. But yeah, that looks like about the center point. And so here is, let's see, let's turn off our, I'm not sure that I'm comfortable turning off the thrusters yet on this thing, because I don't know that it can defend itself with the turret underneath it, and stuff is going to be coming from different directions until we kind of clean stuff off. And so yeah, so what I want to do is I want to get an advanced constructor going here on, there we go, capital vessel starter. And I know I picked up a couple of cores. I know I picked up a couple of cores when I was looting that thing. We can put that back there. When I was looting the other, whatchamacallit, the abandoned mine, I picked up a couple of the cores, but I'm not sure where they went. Okay, so what is this going to shoot at? What is that shooting? Oh, okay. Comes the the replacement. Alright. Apparently it's able to do that. So let's see. See what happens when we turn it off, how far it sinks. Is that... yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, and so let's see. I'm not sure if I want to turn off the thrusters yet, and they're not using that much. Yeah, they're not using too much power right now. So let's see. Let's grab our... here we go. And let's see. We'll get up here. Is our jetpack off? Our jetpack is off because we came down from space, I think. Okay. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to place a capital vessel starter. And we're going to put that over here. And yeah, so which way do I want this facing? I suppose I can put an RCS on it later and move it around. But yeah, basically I just want something like that. And we'll let it float down to whatever it's going to do. And I'll end up taking out the core and the other thing. Let's see. We'll deconstruct this because I don't need a cockpit. And yeah, I think I'll leave the core on it for right now. And we'll grab some blocks here. I'm not sure if this CV is going to do like the other vehicles and stop hovering after a bit, but we'll see. And we'll grab some of these blocks that are being manufactured so that we can do something here. And we'll see. Okay. Yeah, sorry, that red marker on the map just kind of makes me paranoid here and there. Alright, so we're going to put down an axis. And I think we're going to build out some supporty looking things. So maybe like this. And these are just going to be temporary for right now. It doesn't need to be... It doesn't need to be... These are... Whoa! Wow. That was interesting. Okay. So let's move this ship and see if... Let's move this ship and see if we can get that to rebalance. Because I don't want that crooked while I'm trying to build. Let's see. And we'll get this out of here. Hopefully. Hopefully it will rebalance and not be ridiculous. And I need to check, is this is PvP, so I do need to worry about collision damage on this planet. There we go. Let's see what it'll do. Is it just gonna be goofy? And here comes the next victim. And it's gone already. Alright. Alright, so let's see. We can... That's awesome. Alright, so I just need to remember if that thing starts to sink, that it's going to be a problem. I may need to put that cockpit back on that thing in order for it to work the way I want it to. And why is it not letting me put blocks down here? There we go. Okay, it is letting me put blocks. But yeah, I just want to put some blocks here so that it's sitting on the ground and not just randomly floating. We'll see if it'll let me do that. And it spun me around and I just completely lost where I was. Good thing that plane is there, right? Let's see, where did the ship go? Did it just fly somewhere? Did it just bounce off or what? Where did the ship go off to? Is it just me? Okay, that was weird. Let's try this again. We'll get over here. And there's the marker. Sorry. Got a tickle in my throat there. Still fighting off a cold. Sorry. Okay. It's here, and it's just acting weird. Okay, so let's put out some blocks this way too. And yeah, I guess I'm going to have to put an RCS and a thingy on it and a cockpit on it and stuff and generators and everything. See if it'll balance itself. Did it get what it was coming after? Did you get him? Yeah, he got him. Okay, good. Alright, let's get this thing going. And I just want to get a basic, you know, thing, something, a platform to start building from is the idea here, and it doesn't seem to want to let me do that without being absurd and going off balance and stuff. So let's get this on here, and we'll try to put some blocks out there. There we go. It's just weird the way it's obviously not meant to be building underwater because the blocks don't show up the way they should. So here, let's craft a cockpit. Yeah, we'll do a cockpit and generator and all that stuff. So let me craft that. Okay, so we have a cockpit, fuel tank, generator, and RCS. And we can put that on here. We'll just put them on the top here, crudely, as seems to be the norm for this series. Fuel tank, generator, that's fine, that's a good place for that, and RCS. Alright, and so we should be able to, and this thing seems to be capable of defending itself, so, and I can actually do this too. Why am I in external view? We can do this. We can undock, and we can get this thing sitting out here too. And they seem to be all coming in from this direction, so I'm guessing the drone base is over that way. But yeah, we'll sit this thing out here too. Let's see, is that a good spot? Seems to be. Okay, so let's get on our CV here. There we go. And I need to put fuel in it too, and I don't have any fuel in my inventory, do I? I came all the way over here and I didn't bring fuel with me. Alright. Dope. Okay. So we'll do that. We'll grab fuel. Let's see which of these it's in. And it's not in that one. And it's like in the one that I don't check. There we go. Okay. Alright, we have fuel. And it's like the slowest every possible distraction and slow down obstacle we can hit. Okay. Alright, so now we can actually level this thing. There we go, auto level. And is it going to sit that far underwater? That's interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Alright, apparently that's where it wants to sit. And we can turn it back off. But yeah, apparently that's where it wants to sit. And so let's get our drone back here. And it looks like we're running out of daylight too. So yeah, I'm going to have to go around this planet, and I'll probably end up just killing the drone base and all that stuff early on this time on this planet, and we can do all that drone attack stuff on a different planet, because they're not going to attack the CV anyway. And the reason I'm doing this as a CV instead of a base is that I can make it floating in the water here, and the idea is that I want it to actually float on the water, and we'll see if it will do that, because like if you saw this ship, when I had it turned off, it just sat there floating in the water for ages, and the HVs will do that kind of thing too. So I'm not sure why this one is not wanting to do it, but it doesn't seem to want to, and it's kind of interesting that putting stuff down lower is not making it want to yeah, putting stuff down lower is making it drop even lower. And so yeah, what we'll end up doing, make sure we're safe here. HV is taking out some drone somewhere. Right? Where's the drone? Are you going to shoot at something that's at the edge of range for an hour? Really? Let's see. Is he done shooting? Alright. Okay, I think we'll just stand on this thing then. Alright. So, it's like they're trolling me. Okay, what are you shooting at? It's a plasma drone. Okay, well, I don't want those. So, that's, I suppose, good that he's shooting at it. Alright. Don't want those hanging out. Okay, so we have the back, the left and the right, and we need the back and the front. So we're going to put a symmetry plane this way, and then we're going to put more blocks going down to the ground. Apparently that's what we're going to have to do to get this thing to sit. And hopefully I can do that without it doing the super bounce. We'll see. We'll see. Come on. There we go. And is that going to sit? Wow, that's really, really deep. Okay, that's fine too. So we're just going to extend this block upward. And this will be our base for where we're going to sit. And so let me go down there with and get in the cockpit, and we'll level it off again. And I need to remember to not leave my helmet on forever and run out of oxygen. So we'll auto level this thing. And we'll see how that works. We'll turn it back off and see what happens. There we go. It seems like it's actually kind of perfect that it's not 100% absolutely perfectly level and that it's got a tilt to it. So yeah, cool. All right, so let's see, we'll turn this. It is off. Yeah, it's off. All right, cool. So let's get a little bit of a platform here. Whoops. Let our jetpack charge up. And yeah, we'll get a little bit of a platform here that we can start working from. Now, the disadvantage of making this, using a CV to make this, is that obviously I'm restricted to fewer blocks. I can't use the concrete blocks for anything on this, which, you know, is going to suck for that, but that's fine. You know, that's why we did the whole get a ton of iron, and this thing is going to move every single time I add a block, isn't it? It's going to recollide. I was hoping that it would float, but it's not going to, but that's cool anyway. All right, guys, the sun's going down, and I need to figure out what I'm going to actually do for the main structure of this thing. I mean, I've got a really, really rough idea in mind, and I just wanted to get the platform down. So, yeah, that's going to be it for episode 15. Join me in episode 16, and we will probably build a fighter, a CV fighter to, I don't know, we'll either do that or we'll get building on this, depending on which idea I can work out better between episodes. But anyway, join me in episode 16, and we will see you then. Later.